Once Were Warriors excited audiences from all over the world at Cannes earlier this year, and that's where Margaret spoke to Rena, Owen, Temuera, Morrison and director Lee Tamahori.
The thing that's pleased me most about it is that people have said that it didn't matter that it was about Māori or about anything. They all knew that it was a universal story. Japanese people, Chinese people, whatever, they came up to me and said, look, this could be a Chinese story or a Finnish story. It didn't matter, so it does connect on that level.
Now, will you come here? Tell Jakey you love him.
It's the trouble, Jake. I do.
There were days I just cried and cried and cried because, you know, you go into a part like that that explores a lot of dark facets and you can't help but feel those feelings. And also, too, because of the nature of the film, you had to be very realistic. You couldn't be seen to be acting. So you couldn't help but feel those things, even the domestic violence stuff. I mean, that was stunt work, but I still hurt myself.
When there was a bit of a break for lighting or waiting for sound or something, all of a sudden a thought would come in. I'd say, this is horrible, what I am doing, it's horrible, but I just got it out of my brain again because I didn't want anything going that way when I was trying to go this way, you know, putting it out. And anything, those kinds of thoughts were just negating my energy, so I just had to put it out and wait till the end of the day before I could have. But, you know, there was times I actually felt quite tearful and in doing that thing, but I just said it to myself, get that out, let's keep it going otherwise, and then wait for the end of the day to maybe think about and ponder about those things.
I think when you believe in something, you don't mind getting the odd bruise, you know. I'm the sort of actor, you know, the old saying, the things we do for our art, and certainly for that part, for Beth, because she's just an inspiration as a woman. So she's a wonderful character, you know, and very important for the 90s. I really saw Beth as the voice that my mother and her generation were never allowed to have, so she was even more important to me, and I endeavoured to do my best by her.
Sitting there like Lady Bloody Muck, telling me in my own house who I can and can't have here. Well, I've asked the men tonight, and you better be ready for it. Do you hear me? Now get off your fat ass and get busy.
Oh, Grace!
Oh, leave that kid alone. You know, that's your problem. You spoil a lot of them. No one is also screwed up.
Some of it was very difficult to shoot, and we all knew what those scenes were going to be, so I just developed ways of dealing with that. But it even got me at some stage. You know, sometimes you just had to stop and go and have a tea break and come back and do it again. But there's at least 3 or 4 scenes in there that are only one-take scenes, and they were always going to be, and that's the way I wanted them to be. Because by the time you go to take 2, it's lost all its dramatic power and intensity. And they're in there so far that you really just don't want to say cut, even if there's something. I didn't care whether the camera saw a light stand. I'd rather take it out later on somehow.
He just comes from a fighting upbringing, you know. He would have been beaten around the head instead of cuddled as a child, you see, and then every time he would have been abused and whacked all the time as a child. So, you know, I just sort of looked into thought about those kinds of things for the character, you know, to explain why he's so one of those guys that hits first and talks later, if you know what I mean. And once he loses his temper and snaps, you got to get out of his way. You should learn to pay your respects. In case you want to know, it's Jake.
With Māori people, I mean, we come just like any other culture in all shapes and sizes and in all walks of life, from high class to the lower class. But it is a shame. I mean, if you look at the statistics in New Zealand, 98% of the prison population is Māori, 90% of the drug addicts are Māori, most of the unemployed are Māori. But I will always believe, I'm of the belief that it stems from colonisation, which only happened, you know, over 150 years ago, because you destroy the soul of a culture. It takes many generations to reclaim it and to heal it. And what I see in Warriors is all that violence, because we are a very passionate people, and it's just become so misdirected. You know, they don't have positive outlets. And what happens is you hurt yourself or you hurt other people.
Oh, they're all so wonderful and talented and intelligent. Good luck to them.
Yes, indeed. And Temuera Morrison can be seen every weeknight on SBS in a very different guise in the drama series Shortland Street.